Specifically with Taylor Barton, what have you been impressed with that you've seen from him so far, just in practice, maybe behind the scenes?
Yeah, he's always been pretty sharp. He takes coaching extremely well. He's gotten stronger, faster. He played as a redshirt freshman last year and, kind of threw him to the wolves a little bit. And, he's a better player for it. He'll be the first to tell you, he hasn't arrived. Some things that he still needs to work on to continue to play at the level that we feel he can play at. But the good news is he's going to work at it each and every day. And as long as he does that, he has a chance to be a good player for us.
What about tackling? Looks like some of the tackling still needs a little bit of work. I mean, what are you guys kind of doing to kind of refine that?
Yeah, working on it every day, trying to put them in the right positions, talking about body position, gang tackling. Anytime you're playing teams that's going to put you in space, no different than the team we'll play this week, you're going to be subject to miss a couple. The good news is if you're running to the ball the way you're supposed to, hopefully it won't shine, for big yards. And that's what we're capable of doing. That's what we did last week, which really helped us.
For a lack of gang tackling, what do you attribute that to? Is it just people not getting over? Is it just not
lack of gang tackling? No, we had pretty good gang tackling last week. I think, anytime you're in an open field, it's a little rough on maybe one guy having to make, against a really good athlete. But we try to put them in those situations because it's going to happen, particularly at a corner or a safety position. They're going to tackle guys in space, and it's tough, but that's why guys get paid millions and millions of dollars to be able to do it, and if these guys want to make that type of money, we got to be able to make them plays.
What do you think of Chris Peterson?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. It's going to be all tough games, from here on out. You're going to play the best of the best, really good athletes. They got a chance to be difference makers. So, we got our work cut out for us. He's definitely a great player.
Think of creativity when he was at Boise State. I mean, what makes his offenses different?
Yeah, just a great coach, just like I said, got great players, and it's just like he done a great job there, and now all of a sudden he goes to Washington and it's like a kid in a candy store. So, we're going to have our work cut out for us because, like I said, it's just great players that he'll be coaching, and now he has a chance to really unleash those guys. So
no Price, no Sankey, no Safarian Jenkins, but they seem like they still have some big boys.
They do. Their offensive line is huge. I mean, extremely big. I think where they may lack with a little bit of star studs, I think they got depth. It's just a lot of guys that have played, and all their wideouts are back. And like I said, they might not have the accolades that some of these other guys had. But nonetheless they're really dangerous. So
Taylor looks like a different guy this year. What's he done, Tim, to
he's stronger. He's playing with great confidence, as I mentioned earlier. He was a redshirt freshman last year, and we kind of threw him to the wolves. But he's playing with great confidence right now. And like I said, I mean, again, some things he needs to do better. And he understands that. And if he continues to work at it, I think he has a chance to be a really good player for us. But he's always been pretty smart. It was great to obviously see him make a couple key plays last week. And hopefully he'll continue to do that.
Tim, you come here every week and say we need more turnovers. We need more turnovers. We got to keep working at it. How relieving, exciting was it to finally see that happen this weekend?
It's never a relief because I know you got to do it again. It's just kind of how it is. I stated earlier. We didn't worry about it in terms of are we doing the right things? Are we practicing the right things? Because we are. It's just one of those things that if you continue to believe and stay the course, we just felt like good things were going to happen. And fortunate enough for us, it happened this week.
Could this be a turning point for this defense?
Every game's a turning point. I mean, you got an opportunity every game to go out and prove yourself as a unit, So we understand, as I stated earlier, we'll be judged week in and week out based on what we do that particular day. So it's always great to get a win. It's something you can build from, learn from, but we understand it only counts as two. It goes on to the next one now.
How do you combat size on the front line?
Wow. That's a great question. I think, we have to be really creative, moving appropriately, not letting our guys be sitting ducks all the time, but at the same time, you can't move so much that you, give up a running lane. So we'll be strategic, we'll pick our spots, but we got to hold our point. We got to play low and got to play with great pad level, and we got to get off the ball.
Really, the quarterback for the first game, but then he came back. What you see?
Yeah. You know what? He's really good athlete, has a pretty strong arm, but the guys around him really helps him. It really does. Like I said, all those wideouts are back. They all got great experience, so when they put the new quarterback back there, he just kind of, playing to those guys. He can throw that ball out there and those guys can catch it and go 60 in a heartbeat. So, but he's definitely a great dual threat quarterback, able to run, but he also can make the throws.
How important is it to start rotating more guys in as safety?
It's important for the long haul. You know, obviously, you know, because those snaps do add up,
Yeah.
you know, but we also understand that, you know, we're going to play the best guys that give us the best opportunity to win, you know, and as those other guys, the younger guys continue to develop, you know, they'll continue to earn some more playing time. You know, would we like to play more guys? You know, absolutely, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, we got to put the guys in there that gives us the best chance to win.
The younger guys you're talking about, are they where you need them to be able
Not
to
yet.
start using them this week? Not
They're
yet.
working at it. You know, they played a couple snaps this week, probably not as much as I wanted them to be able to play, you know, but the game will dictate, you know, when those guys get in.
Is this the week where it becomes maybe a little more critical given the opponent, the way they're going to play?
Not sure. You know, I'm not sure. You know, they'll play fast, but they won't play any faster, I don't assume, than this team we just saw, you know. So whether they play or not, you know, again, based on how they practice this week and really just the situation in the game.